together as one of a trio of tacklers for the Vikings.
You know, even though that pass only picked up 3 yards for him, once again, that play is designed just for what it accomplished, 3 or 4 yards, but it neutralizes once again the pass rush of the Vikings. Once those tackles penetrate, Cunningham has the ball and it's gone, and after a while, these guys are going to get frustrated with the fact that they can't get their hands on Cunningham.
3rd and 4. Well, let's unravel all of this.
Well, it won't be hard to unravel. Dolman jumped off sides. That's the unravel right there. Cunningham did a whale of a job once again of going on a different cadence.
56 defense.
Second time they've gotten Dolman with that.
3rd and 4. I don't care who you are. One thing you don't want to do if you're a defensive player is give them a cheap first down, and that's a cheap first down. You got to sit in there, you got to look at the ball, and then 3rd and 4, if you don't do anything else but turn and square at the ball, but don't give the team life. This is life. Dolman jumps offside, over anxious, not watching the ball, listening to Cunningham.
That is the second time in this drive that the Eagles have gotten a first down on penalty. They had a 3rd and 15 holding call on Carl Lee. Now 1st and 10 again. 6-3 is the score. Final minute of the first quarter. Play fake. Cunningham. Jackson.
Confidence.
Travis Curtis with the tackle. Cunningham is 7 of 8. That's a gain of 16.
Confidence. All this is confidence builder. And the longer this goes on, the more dangerous this guy gets. Because after a while, he'll say, hey, I can make some big plays. And he'll come out and he'll start looking deep, trying to hurt you deep. But boy, every time these guys connect here in this first quarter, their confidence goes through the roof.
Jackson already with 4 catches in the first quarter. Final play of the first stanza. They lob it to Johnson. Can't make the catch. McMillan defensively, who has now replaced Reggie Rutland. And that should be the final play of the quarter. There's Johnny Greer. Yes, it is. Crowd was expecting a penalty call. None was forthcoming. Walker's kickoff return for a touchdown has provided the difference in the first quarter.
Stars Super Bowl game.
Back for quarter number 2. Vern Lundquist and Terry Bradshaw. Minnesota with a 7-3 mark and chasing, or rather leading Chicago. The Eagles come in 6-4 and they are chasing the Giants. It's 6-3. Minnesota leads it. Randall Cunningham and Keith Jackson have hooked up 4 times in the first quarter. Keith Jackson, who was out last week with an injury. 2nd down and 10 now at the 48-yard line. Split behind Cunningham. Straight drop back. Quick pass. Jackson. That's 5 catches. Keith Jackson, who was in the Pro Bowl as a rookie last year out of Oklahoma, has had 1 big game. He had 12 catches against the Redskins in week 2. 12 of his 31 coming in, but he's been nicked and bothered by injuries all season long.
He's been hurt, and nothing hurts a passing offense, and Bob Schnelker and the Vikings are experiencing the same thing these Eagles are doing. Their receivers, their starting threesome, have not been in their games, gosh, more than once or twice all year, and man, the whole passing game has been total disarray.
3rd and 7. Flag? Yes. McMillan over Keith Byers, the intended receiver. And again on 3rd down, a penalty is going to provide a first down for the 3rd time in this drive. We've had a holding call, and offside, and now pass interference.
26 defense. First down.
The thing that happens when a receiver goes down and what they call the old button hook turns around and looks at the quarterback, the defensive back, the only way he can break this pass up is to go through the receiver. If he goes around him or over the top, 9 times out of 10, he'll hit him before the ball gets there, and the flag will be thrown. That's what happened to McMillan.
First down and 10. 6-3, Minnesota leads. Opening moments of quarter number 2. Chris Carter. Alexander in front. First down at the 33-yard line.
Better watch out. Better watch out. This reverse was run inside the 50 between the 40. But watch out for later on, because there's a pass that'll come off of this. This is a setup for a touchdown pass. It must be thrown later. I got to believe that's what this is designed to do. Yes, it gets the first down. This is a great call by Ted Plum, but there's more to it than just the reverse.
Chris Carter can throw it. He can also catch it, of course, and he's wide to the right on first down. Three-step drop again. Jackson with his 6th catch. And he leans close to the first down.
The only way that you can stop this pass route is by taking the linebacker or the end and getting on the outside shoulder of Jackson 88. You've got to be able to deny him the outside release. Merriweather, he blitzes. Merriweather blitzes, and now you see Jackson break off his route. When he saw Merriweather blitz, or in other words, disappear, he broke his route off, turned to the outside, and gave Cunningham the target to get the first down, or short of it, that is. But the way you stop it, Vern, to stop the outside release by the tight end, you have to put someone over him and jam him from the outside and deny him the outside release.
There's the stretch of the chain. This is a drive that has been sustained by Keith Jackson and Randall Cunningham and 3 Minnesota penalties.
I'll tell you what's going to be fun is once they stop the outside release, they'll do the inside release. And then it could get real careful, because if you catch a pass over the middle, you get a lot more yardage that way.
Cunningham must be thinking to himself what a difference a week makes. Last week, 11 drop passes by his receivers. Today, 10 catches. Cunningham is 10 of 12.
Well, the passes they're throwing are high percentage passers. We said at the beginning of the game that rhythmic passes, 1, 2, 3, and get the ball out. But the key is the receivers are open, and once the ball's there, they're making the grab.
Tony flagged again at the 21-yard line. Holding Eagles.
Oh, no.
Holding, 79 offense. Still second down.
That's Mike Shadd, and I've got to believe, as Buddy Ryan looks on, that Keith Millard was mixed up in that somehow. Millard will go against Shadd and Ron Solt. Shadd, of course, acquired from the Rams.
So look what you had. You had 2nd and inches, and now you're all the way back to 2nd and 10. Of course, that's a lot better than 3rd and inches. You still got a chance now, 2 plays to make it up.
Robert Drummond comes in the lineup, joining Keith Byers. Four-man rush. Cunningham. Byers is popped backwards by Scott Studwell, but he hangs on to the ball. It says, you gave me your best shot, give me a little more. Studwell, the 13-year veteran, having a terrific season.
Good pressure this time by the front 4 of the Vikings. Cunningham getting outside. Henry Thomas forcing him out. A good job by Randall Cunningham looking back inside. Actually, that time, Byers was his 3rd receiver. A great catch by Byers, even though it was for short yardage. A very important catch.
3rd down again. 3 previous times in this drive, penalties by the Vikings have given the Eagles a first down. Incomplete. And it'll be 4th down. See if we see Steve DeLine again. Yes, we will. Steve DeLine, originally drafted by the 49ers and then picked up on waivers by Philadelphia, and he had an accident involving a horse, and he went on injured reserve, and then, believe it or not, asked to be taken off IR. He said he didn't want to pick up money he hadn't earned.
Yeah, he got kicked. He was unloading a mare and a colt, and the colt kicked him in the sternum and split his sternum. He didn't tell anyone he had a split sternum.
46-yard effort. No good. So it stays.